All right, so Marianne Williamson was on MSNBC the other day on a segment called The Contenders with host Alex Smith. Let's go over what she talked about. And I'll leave the link down below. It's about a 6-minute video. But let's get started here. Okay. Alex Smith, the host, said, "What is the message you can send that will supersede your opponents in a Democratic field? Because you beat some elected politicians to get to that stage." So obviously she's asking about the debate stage. Marianne Williamson said, quote, "Alex, I'm trying to, as deeply and as authentic as I can and honestly as I can, have a deeper conversation about what America really needs to look at. So no matter what the issues are, I want to try to pivot. Can we talk for real, guys? Can we have a conversation that has evolved past the superficial issues and go down to the deeper issues where America has swerved economically and politically?" Okay, so she's setting us up here. It just sounds like she's setting us up here for what America needs to talk about, what we need to do. What are the deeper issues at hand here? I love the last line. America has swerved economically and politically. 100%, that's true. Economically, we have slammed right, and politically, we have slammed right. We have two fundamentally right-wing parties, and that, right-wing economics follows that. So she didn't say this, but I'm just throwing that out there. Marianne continued, quote, "And how has this corporatist agenda, by which our government does more to serve short-term profits for huge corporate conglomerates as opposed to the people of the United States, the planet of which we live and the planet itself," end quote. Okay, strong language. I'm liking this. She's calling out a corporatist agenda on a very corporatist channel, that being MSNBC. MSNBC are guilty of pushing the corporatist neoliberal bias every day, day in, day out. Whether it's Russiagate, it doesn't matter. They push neoliberal narratives, the corporatist agenda. So I love that she said that on their network. Okay, moving on. Alex Smith, the host, said, "What is your strategy for the debates? How do you want to come across?" Okay. Marianne said, "I want to come across as the woman that I am. I want to come across with the message that I am giving. Our country has transitioned from a democracy to a veiled aristocracy. Money has so corrupted our system, particularly huge corporate amounts of money, the money of the very richest among us, that the interests of the few are served at the interest by the many. That is what we repudiated in 1776, and this is what we need to repudiate against again," end quote. Okay. Strong language. I love what she said about our country has transitioned from a democracy to a veiled aristocracy. Veiled? I mean, it's an aristocracy. I mean, we don't need to be cute about that. It's not veiled at all. It's pretty much out in the open, but I understand everything she's saying here. We give the money to all the people at the top at the expense of the people at the middle and the bottom. If you want proof, look at Trump's tax cuts, which 83% went to the top 10% of earners, and it left nothing for the lower class, the middle class, and the poor. So she called that out. I love that. Okay, she goes on. Marianne said, "The reason we don't have universal health care is because of short-term profits for insurance companies and big pharma. The reason we don't deal with climate change is because of short-term profits for the fossil fuel companies. The reason we don't have common sense gun control legislation is because of short-term profits for the gun manufacturers. And the reason we have a national security agenda, which is so much focused on endless preparation for war rather than an actual agenda of peace, is because of short-term profits for the defense contractors," end quote. Boom! Nailed it, nailed it, nailed it, nailed it, nailed it. Okay, that was awesome. Now, she didn't really dig into policy, but she really called out some of the reasons for America's, failing aristocracy. Okay, we have universal health care. It's all about short-term profits. Pharma, it's all about short-term profits. Fossil fuels, defense contractors, gun manufacturers. Our government is corrupt. She's pointing out government corruption here. She's pointing out how corporations and big money have corrupted our government, so they're serving them, okay, and not us. So she pointed that out, and I thought that was awesome. So she said a few other things too. I'm just going to let you watch the video, keep this video short here. So let me know what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell on the side.